Hey, what's up, everybody? It's been a bit. We haven't done this since the winter split. No, the fall split. Sorry, I'm tired. It's midnight. I'm trying to get videos out to you guys as best I can. I apologize for the quality if they're not up to par, but again, internet here sucks, and it's been long days and stuff, so I'll do what I can. If you guys haven't seen the social medias, V1's been posting a lot of stuff, but we're going to do a quick recap of day 2 of the winter split major, and we haven't done this since Sweden. So starting up first, Dignitas, Pioneers. We're going to go through Group D, then Group C, or whatever the order is, and go from there. So Dignitas Pioneers kind of went as expected, although Kansas City Pioneers put up a relatively good fight. It is Dignitas that ends up prevailing in the end. All one-goal games, actually, until Game 4, where Dignitas punches it out. This one, while Kansas City Pioneers is a good team, they are outclassed by Dignitas, who are feeling pretty good. Also, if you guys are watching this before the broadcast on Friday, look at Scrub Killer's sunburn. It's brutal. That boy is as translucent on one side as I am, and on the other side he is completely red. He is going to be in pain. I'm curious if that'll make a difference as they progress through the bracket. Immediately after that, we got Space Station, Kansas City Pioneers. Again, similar situation. Kansas City Pioneers putting up a really good fight, making some really strong adjustments, and Space Station, the team that has been popping off lately, they do keep extremely close, and overtime in that as well. Competition. There is no easy teams in this. I actually talked to Justin and Garrett G in the lobby. A lot of respect being given to a lot of different teams, primarily Kansas City Pioneers and their results. So, again, 16 teams, best in the world. It is unfortunate about Sandrock, and I'll talk about more details about that when I get back home. But, yeah, a lot of really solid teams. We then jump into what is the decider, is what it feels like, in Group B, but more details to come. Starts off with Endpoint and Furia, which is a phenomenal series that Furia ends up winning 3-1. Furia looking good. South America getting a lot of respect, being able to translate. I've always been talking about Furia, the concern about their defense. That is no longer the case, and they continue to be high-flying and aggressive. My concerns surrounding Endpoint, and I talked about this with their coach Eclipse way back, is that they seem almost too reliant on Seiko. I saw in day 1 a lot of excitement because of the fact that both of them, Metsunaris and Relating Wave, stepping up huge. Furia's offense has started to kind of stop that out. So 3-1 in favor of Furia. Very good results there. And then they immediately bounce back with Energy and Endpoint, which is a nail-biting series that goes to 5. That Endpoint ends up winning in the end, 2-0. There's 2 overtimes in this one. One of them goes to Endpoint, the other one goes to Energy. Very, very close series, and these are the make-or-break differences between avoiding teams like Queso in the lower bracket and having a little bit of an advantage. So, unfortunate for Energy there. They could be 2-1 instead and possibly fighting Endpoint despite losing to Furia or whatever. Maybe it would be Endpoint would be 1-2. You guys know I'm tired. It's been a really long day. I've been shooting content since it's been 12 hours straight, so trying to do more for you guys. And I know we're going through these very quickly. We'll talk in detail eventually when I get back, but yeah, just quick recaps to kind of go over things. And the big surprise, which keeps everybody involved in Group B, which has been absolutely crazy, is despite Furia playing really, really well, CJ gets his opponent in King Card and takes him down 3-0, which in that case for the standings does make Group B have 2 teams at 2-1 and 2 teams at 1-2. So there will be tiebreakers that'll be going down the day that you guys watch this video, which is going to be Energy versus Renegades. Winner goes on, and Endpoint versus Furia. Winner takes first seed, guaranteed top 6. Very big deal there. Our next matches then go to Group A and Group C. Group A's got to finish out theirs. Team Queso and Faze Clan, both teams that have been kind of in a weird place. Faze Clan just doesn't really seem like themselves. It seems like there's some mental things going on. It seems like the team just isn't feeling. I've seen them in passing while walking through in the hotel and stuff, and while they seem like they're okay, it just seems like they're off, and it's showing in their play. Despite that, they do put up a really good fight between them and Queso. I think they have similar play styles, but Queso is ultimately the better team, and the fact that Faze does bring it to a Game 5 is really impressive. So glad to see they're bouncing back day to day, but it is Queso that closes it out. Really close series. It does start with Faze getting the lead, and then 2 in a row at the very end by Queso. A lot of goals in this game. Very, very minimal defense, I would say. It's been pretty crazy. But people are coming out swinging in these results. G2 BDS, which was actually the mass. I'm doing the mainstream and then the alternate stream back to back. So for the mainstream, we had G2 and BDS. The best way to end the day. Shoutouts to Spaceman, by the way, getting a cast set. I think this series did a lot, and it looked really good for him. But BDS G2 putting up a fight. G2 shows that all the things that I've been happy about with them, with Atomic looking good on the team, offense coming together is starting to click, defense looks more refined. They live it up, and they beat BDS. Which is pretty crazy. That is a coin flip game. It comes down to the small things. Chicago still continues to show why he is the captain of that team. JNaps continues to put away anything that's given his way. And Atomic just continues to be a threat. The Machine, T-Bates, I'm sure is vibing. Got to meet him for the first time recently. And they're having a good time. So a lot of really positive energy and smugness, but in a good way. So it's been a lot of fun. This was probably the best series of the day by far. Super entertaining, going down the wire. The watch party at V1 was going absolutely nuts for this series, and the energy has been absolutely infectious. So awesome to see there. Going over to the alternate stream, then you had Energy versus Renegades, and unfortunately with spoilers and stuff and how this played out, the times that when these played are totally different. So I may have spoiled a couple things, but Energy and Renegades was a pretty standard. Energy has always had Renegade's number. Energy's always been able to beat out Renegades. They just kind of get outclassed, and Energy does that exactly here. Renegades does put up a pretty good fight and keeps it close at sometimes, but for the most part, they just get outshined, which is unfortunate. Energy is that good. Renegades also had to play Furia, which I mentioned, where they did end up 3-0ing there, so that's a pretty big deal. Really exciting stuff that he did get the results. One match you have for Renegades against NRG, I think really prepares you well for Furia, a really fast and aggressive team. NRG shows that you can be like refined and play your playstyle defensive, and Renegades' big credit to them is they are unpredictable, and I think that works. Their kind of scrappiness really works against Furia. So we then had V1 and Detonator, which a lot of us thought was going to go one way. Detonator comes out swinging. I think they're actually winning a majority of the challenges to the ball. I think they were performing a lot better, actually, in Game 1. But because V1 is the better team overall, this does spell the end for Detonator. It does go to OT in Game 1, but right off the kickoff, V1 gets a goal. And then 4-0, 3-0, they close it out. So only one goal allowed to Detonators in a very close Game 1, but better luck next time for Detonators. Unfortunately, they go 0-3, but they do get some game wins. They take a game off of both Faze and they take a game off of Faze, but they're getting goals against teams. That's what I meant to say. They had a couple leads throughout the series. Apologize again. My brain's all over. Team Secret EG is the last one I got to talk about. Team Secret came out of the gate swinging. 2-1, super close game. And then there was like 3 1-goal games in that series, and it looked like it could have went either way. Team Secret's been surprising me. I knew they were like competitive, but they look like one of those teams at any given point that they can upset, which I'm scared for teams that have to play them back in their home region because they look very, very good. As for EG kind of goes, and the groups go as expected, I think, for Group C. Maybe BDS and G2. Again, you can flip a coin. Maybe BDS is 3-0 and G2 is 2-1. But that does give us our bracket so far. You've got V1 and Space Station. Calm, Reddles, banter. Going to happen. Looking forward to it. Talk to Chrome a lot. And some exciting things that they've got planned. G2 is waiting on the tiebreaker in Group B between whether they're going to play Endpoint or Furia. And then that lower bracket round determines some things too. So you've got BDS versus Pioneers. You've got Dignitas EG. Winner of Energy and Renegades will end up playing against Queso. That is not a fun first draw. And then Faze will play the loser of Endpoint Furia. So some pretty solid matches. The brackets all don't make sense because of situations that have occurred, but that is your daily recap. We'll be back with another one tomorrow, hopefully with me with more sleep in my system, less jet-lagged. I'll talk and do a recap video of the entire event. Just know that I got to a watch party with V1. We shot content for 8 hours at the Santa Monica Pier and put out some really funny stuff. Go check out their Twitter. And then we went to dinner, and I'm just now getting back to my hotel room at midnight to record a video for all you lovely folks. So if you guys want to keep me doing this and keep me alive and food on my table, please subscribe, like, thumbs up, all that kind of stuff. Comments down below. Tell me your guys' favorite matches, or is there any moments that you guys have really enjoyed for the LAN so far? Because we got a whole lot more. With that said, thank you, as always, for the support, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.